Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and today I want to talk about ELO Hell, or ELO Hell. Yeah, that's a fun thing. It's a term that I believe originally came from League of Legends, but has now become a sort of common phrase found throughout competitive games. For those who don't know what it is, it basically describes a situation where a player's rank is low enough for them to be frequently matched up with new players, or players that are simply not good enough to be ranked higher, such that they find themselves stuck and no longer able to improve their ranking. Now, this does appear to happen in Overwatch according to many people, but what I'm trying to figure out is whether or not it actually exists, or whether it's merely a matter of perception. And if it does exist, what can be done about it? So, first off, we've all had those games where it feels like we played exceptionally well, and yet the team just didn't work together, and your efforts were in vain. This seems to be more noticeable when solo queuing than when playing in pre-made groups. I know I've had my fair share of moments where it feels like I'm the only one pushing the objective, or moments where enemies aren't being countered by characters that should be countering them. Or even moments when I'm playing a support character and I'm out-damaging all the damage characters. Like recently I was playing Zenyatta and I was told by my team that I was useless in the chat until I told them I was gold for damage, and that seemed to shut them up. Okay, so yes, we all definitely have moments of frustration. Sometimes very frequently, and sometimes very recently. But when we have moments like these, is it purely down to rank, or is it simply something that we think is happening? You know, do we simply think that our rank has us trapped in matchmaking with players who can't work together, or is it actually something else entirely? Now, I'm not the highest ranked player, as most people are aware, but even in the 1700s, I can feel like I'm kind of stuck in ELO Hell. I'll go from one match where we win by the skin of our teeth, and another match where the team falls apart and can't push the objective. But does that mean I'm stuck, or is that simply the nature of solo queue? I was thinking about this today when I was playing competitive, and something happened that helped me reach a conclusion. So I was solo queuing as I normally do, and I was put in a game with a team of 5 players that were grouped up. They were Korean players playing together, and aside from being some of the nicest players I'd ever met, they were also very well coordinated and picked their characters very well. So I got to thinking, what if it's not really ELO Hell? What if I'm not stuck because of my rank, but it's just the nature of solo queue? Sometimes you get players that can read the situation well, and sometimes you don't. It's not really about individual skill, but rather what they are able to do with limited coordination happening. And after speaking to several players of various different ranks, it seems to be something that can happen at any rank. Whether you are bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, or so on, you're gonna have matches if you're solo queuing that are going to be good, and some that are just absolutely awful. And it really has nothing to do with your rank, as it turns out. But what can we do about this situation then? Well, the obvious answer would be to group up with people that you can work together with. It allows you to coordinate and set up a good team composition, but as we know, this isn't always possible, and that makes it difficult to get a suitable condition where everyone might have the same sort of chances of getting a balanced match. One possible solution would be to introduce skill tracking that factors in the amount of time played for that season. That way newer players are more likely to be matched together. And of course that would eliminate issues where people have completed placement matches and just aren't in the rank that is suitable for them. That happens as well, and we just have to eliminate that. But the issue that I see with this is that it might end up splitting the player base up far more than we would actually like. Certainly I would say that the queue times are already longer, whether you're queuing up for competitive or for quick play. And as it stands right now, we know that not everyone plays competitive, so this would inevitably result in longer queue times overall, and given that they're already quite long, we don't want a situation where the queues are just getting longer and longer, but maybe the matches themselves might be more balanced. But if they're not, then all we're left with is a more complicated matchmaking system. So really, there doesn't seem to be much of a solution to the situation, but then again, maybe ELO Hell doesn't really exist. But what do you guys think? Are you stuck in ELO Hell, or is it a mix of just good and bad rounds? And if you could change something about Overwatch's competitive scene as it is right now, what would it be and why? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday over at twitch.tv/PanzerDuskAttack. So go ahead and follow me on there and check the info section on the Twitch channel for the stream schedule. My name is Panzer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.